Hello, everybody. My name is MsRheyRhey, and welcome to Discovering Fandoms, where today I will be talking about Mob Psycho 100. First and foremost, Mob Psycho 100 is a webcomic turned anime created by One. And if that name sounds familiar, that is because he is also the creator of the series One Punch Man. So, for those of you who are a fan of One Punch Man, you will probably easily like Mob Psycho 100. But before I get into that, Mob Psycho's first started publishing in April of 2012, and it currently has 13 volumes. So it is a present ongoing manga series right now. And its anime adaptation started in July of this year, which is 2016. 2016, not 2006. It is predominantly a shonen series. Well, I say predominantly, it is a shonen series, sorry. It is in the genre of supernatural and horror comedy. The whole story revolves around this 8th grader named Shigeo Kageyama, or as almost everyone, or as pretty much everyone calls him, Mob. And though his looks are pretty common, he's got the bowl cut and no very distinguishing features in his face. He is actually a very how do you pronounce that word? He's a prodigy psychic, or in the world that he lives in anyway, they are called espers. And he could use his powers from a very early age, bending spoons with telekinesis, seeing spirits, and even exorcising them. But even though he is this super powerful child psychic, he's not really fond of using his powers. He doesn't feel like he needs to use them on a day-to-day basis, or even for easy things like when he's in school with his studies or with his academics or anything physical. But he really pretty much only uses his powers when he feels like he needs to. And pretty much when he needs to is when he is doing his after-school activities, which is going to his master's psychic agency, Arataka Rain, and I just said his name in the correct pronunciation, even though I did mobs backwards, and I'm sorry about that. Reagan or Rain? I'm pretty sure it's Reagan. His master, Reagan, a self-proclaimed psychic who, like I just said, has his own agency and everything. He mostly spends his time using his controlling his powers, helping out his master with things such as exorcisms and hauntings such as that. Basically, he's just trying to help out in whatever small ways he can. Mob himself as a character is actually very, very relatable to us in the real world, and mostly, I guess, everyone really, because everyone feels like this when they're 13 years old. He is very awkward with everything and everyone, and he's kind of a little bit of a resting bitch face. And he's not the quickest person to pick up on social cues, so this tends to make him a bit of an outcast with everyone pretty much, and so he's kind of a loner. He also has this really, really bad habit that I know we can all relate to, that is bottling up your emotions, which does interfere with his psychic abilities from time to time when it goes on for too long. Despite all of this, he really does try. He tries to live a normal life. He tries to stay positive about all of this and not let things get to him too much. He cares a lot about what's going on around him, his friends, his family, his master, Reagan. And despite being a psychic and kind of realizing that that's pretty much what everyone will see him as if he were ever to become public about it. He just wants to try to, you know, fit in, and I think that's so relatable, because what 13-year-old feels like they fit in ever? My thoughts on this series, I really do like it. Like, I like the characters in it. I know Mob isn't like the one single focus in this anime, but talking about anything else kind of makes me feel like I'm giving spoilers, and that's what I'm trying not to do with this series. The characters in there are all kind of their own. They're not stereotypes, which I really, really enjoy. Like, Mob himself isn't just common protagonist. The story that goes along with this, throughout the different arcs, they're all somewhat kind of connected, which I enjoy. Like I said in the beginning of this video, if you are already a fan of One Punch Man and wanted to know what Mob Psycho was about before you got into it, I very much recommend going into it. You will find the humor in it is similar, which is to be expected because it's the same creator. If you are new to One's creations anyway, Mob Psycho 100 is a good start, and then you can get into One Punch Man, or vice versa. Either way, this series is really, really good, and I definitely recommend checking it out if you're into that kind of thing. When it says horror comedy, I never really got that. I mean, I guess I could see that. No one really actually dies in it, so I don't see how it would be considered a horror. It's pretty much about growing up and trying to find who you are, and, you know, dealing with real things that a 13-year-old would deal with. And it just happens to have, you know, ghosts and hauntings. And so if you're interested in Mob Psycho 100, I definitely recommend checking it out. That is like the second or third time that I have said that, but it's still true. That's pretty much all I have to say about this without rambling that I've already done. Thank you so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. If you want to see other Discovering Fandoms I've done, there is a playlist on my channel in there called Discovering Fandoms. I will try to do these Discovering Fandoms every Friday. If you have a suggestion of a fandom that I should look into, please let me know, because I'm always looking for more fandoms to be a part of. I think that's all I have to say. I can't think of anything else. So, thank you so much for watching. I very, very much appreciate it. And I'll see all of you in the next video. I'll see all of you in the next video. Have a wonderful life.